All right, ladies and gents, I'm gonna give you, yes you, some information that you can utilize so you can max out your credit card responsibly. Of course, responsibly, without lowering your credit score. So go ahead and get your pen and paper and make sure you watch this video all the way to the end. Please watch this all the way to the end, because if you don't and you miss a step, I don't want you in my comment section telling me I'm a scam because you didn't watch everything all the way through and you thought you can do it your way, all right? But enough rambling, let's dive in. Again, guys, I just want to ask you guys to go ahead and smash that like button for me. It truly helps my channel out, and I truly appreciate you guys' support, all right? But enough about that. Let's get it back to how to max out your credit card. Now, to understand how this works, you have to understand the 5 factors of your credit report, which is payment history, amounts owed or utilization, length of credit, credit mix, and of course, new credit, aka inquiry. Of course, the second most important factor on the credit mix wheel is amounts owed, or again, utilization, sitting at a whopping 30%. And with utilization, it basically shows you how much credit you are using and what you actually have access to. And of course, you don't want your credit card utilization to get above 30% and have that report to your credit report. Let me explain why. Because even though you can not have any late payments or any charge-offs or anything like that, but you will see your credit score at a standstill or stagnated, that it won't continue to rise. Why? Because your utilization is too high. When I get these consultations with people and they're like, I don't understand, I don't have this negative, I don't have that negative. But when I look at their credit score and that credit profile and I actually look up under the hood, I'm like, why is your utilization at 48%? Why is your utilization at 34%? Why? That's the reason. And then when they change that, they immediately see a drastic difference. I'm telling you. Mark my words, I'm telling you. Listen to how to, I'm telling you. And then I'm also gonna continuously give you guys this gem. Even though people are telling you to never go above 30%, on this channel, I always tell you guys to never go above 10%. Now, I know the people with average credit are already in my comment section, love arguing, telling me the real information when it comes to credit scores, that, you know, having 30% doesn't affect your score, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you're right. I promise you're right. It doesn't affect your score, but it doesn't help it either. Again, it's all about your credit score being stagnated with a 30% utilization. You guys have to remember 30% utilization is extremely, extremely high. It doesn't affect you, but it won't help you either. Again, all right? To these institutions, 30% is too close to 50%. And 50% is too close to, you don't know what the heck you're doing. So just take my advice, please. And if it doesn't work, go back to doing what you're doing. I won't say nothing. Having your utilization at 10% is optimally affecting your score in the positive way. Or in other words, having it below 10% will continuously help increase your score. All the people that are wealthy and that actually utilize credit cards or anything of that, at the end of the period, they always have their credit card utilization under 10%. And of course, I know what you're wondering. Yo, why are you telling me this? This is not telling me how to max out my credit card and things of that nature. Yo, relax, I got you. Just calm down. The reason why I'm telling you all is because you have to know the fundamentals before I give you the info that you're actually looking for, so you can know actually how to manipulate the system. It's all about learning the system and then manipulating it. Catch my drift? All right, anyway, let's keep going. Next, you have to understand that there's a thing called the statement closing date. I know you know all about your due date, but did you know about your statement closing date? You have to know this before maxing out your credit card. Again, it's not just your due date, but your statement closing date as well. This is a key factor and will help you so you don't lower your credit score. So anyway, your statement date is simply the date of where the institution is going to report whatever balance that you have on your credit report to the credit bureau. Okay, so for example, let's just say that you have a credit card right now and the credit limit is $2,000 and you carried a balance of $500 and your statement closing date is on the 23rd of every month, and you ran your credit card all the way up to $1,800. It doesn't matter to the credit bureaus that majority of the month you had a balance of less than $1,000. It matters about what you have going on the 23rd of that month. So now what I need you to do to actually manipulate the system, call your institution. I need you to call them and I need you to ask them, what is your statement closing date? Most of the time it's 3 to 5 days after your due date. But I need you to find out. There is no guessing on this part. Do what I tell you to do, please. And of course, you can also look at your monthly bill, but if you want to call, that's fine too. All right, now we got all that out the way. It's time for you to max out that credit card. Yes, sir. Responsibly, of course. Responsibly. You're gonna still max everything out. You're gonna be good, but to hide the utilization, you're going to what? Pay everything off, or majority of it, before your statement closing date. So let's just say, again, for the example, you max out that $2,000 credit card. You will pay it down by the statement date. Now, disclaimer, I never advise anybody to use money that they don't have. But if you can pay off your credit card by the statement closing date, then you can do that. You can do this free and clear. You good money then, yo. I promise you, you good. Use your credit card like a debit card. And I'm not even gonna get into that right now, but you know I always tell you guys that. Use your credit card like a debit card. So now, with all this information that I just gave you, you can now max out your credit card responsibly. And you can still raise your credit score all at the same time, each and every month. I wanna thank you guys for stopping by. Now go over there and go ahead and max out your credit card responsibly, of course, and go ahead and raise your credit scores all at the same time. And until next time, ladies and gents.